Hi, I'm Chris Raun, a game sound designer, and this is my audio breakdown for FPV Lab's drone simulator using Unreal Engine and Wise. I was responsible for the total audio design and implementation on this project, which broadly fit into three categories: the drone, the space, and the Sweeteners. The goal was to create audio that's reminiscent of real drone action cam footage, but more pleasant and clear, with meaningful sonic interaction and player adjustability for a variety of drone configurations and player preferences. An FPV drone, or quad, has 4 propellers and a PID loop that helps the drone maintain its orientation in space. The best result came from recording recreations of isolated characteristics from real drones and from other objects like a clarinet mouthpiece, vacuum cleaner, and various fans. Some samples are duplicated and pitched up in steps following the harmonic series, but each unique sample is modulated with its own volume, pitch, and filtering curves. This way, each point in the RPM range has a unique depth and doesn't sound like the same sample on a pitch slider. Additionally, the overall tone could be shifted and filtered by the parent container to sound accurate for a variety of drone sizes and models. With the core motor working, I could move to implement the PID loop interaction. The proportional integral derivative loop is a system that rapidly modulates each propeller's RPM and keeps the drone positioned at the pilot's set rotation. You can hear these rapid modulations creating a subtle pitch tremolo effect during flight, or a rapid surge to 100% RPM during crashes. FPV Lab simulates a PID error readout, which when used in conjunction with the drone's angular velocity, can simulate the motor modulations from flipping, bumping, and crashing. Air rushing past the drone creates a feeling of speed, but this game also models more complex air interactions like prop wash, an effect of the drone flying through its own turbulence. Just like with the motor, different isolated air interactions are independently controlled by the drone's velocity parameters. A clear sense of space is equally important in eliciting a feeling of speed. For FPV Lab's drone simulator, the space is the game, so it's essential that the audio provides meaningful and immersive feedback for any flight path. The spatial audio level of detail needed to be high enough to create clear reactions, but low enough to run smoothly on a variety of machines. The size of the map and high speed of the drone meant that audio glitches and poor performance will crop up quickly, so maintaining a smooth and immersive experience required a lightweight and efficient implementation. Portals and spatial audio volumes could simulate a great level of detail, but the number of portals quickly ballooned, trying to create consistency in the deteriorated space. Every tiny opening is a potential entry point for the drone, and glitching just became unavoidable with this approach, even when optimizing Wise settings for portal detection, trace length, and maximum simultaneous reverbs or voices. Reverb zones were a way to reduce complexity while maintaining smooth transitions through all openings. Without any other emitters in the game, the buildings are just areas with an assigned ambience SFX and reverb send. If you maintain a floor surface so that you can't hear outside through the ground, nearly every other wall and ceiling could be a transition zone. If areas seemed acoustically too subtle, like a 70% open porch, just treat them as outside. Many spaces could be vastly simplified while still sounding great for common flight paths. For example, in this double cylinder area, you can create the satisfying effect of flying between the pillars or flying through the doorways at the bottom with one simple volume. With the core sounds established, Sweeteners were the final element to enhance immersion and really tie the drone into the environment. The crash severity parameter gets spiked when propellers collide with the environment. We tried crashes with more debris and propeller chopping, but the detection between large impacts and small was too inconsistent to sound good in a variety of situations. To keep it simple, harder crashes just have more violent carbon impact sounds and more microphone handling noise. Most drone action cam footage has a unique delay effect caused by overlaying the pilot's microphone audio with the drone's action camera audio. Modeling a secondary listener would be possible with Wise, but CPU intensive and not representative of any in-game pilot. Instead, I made a slapback auxiliary send that could be controlled in the menu. Above 30% RPM, the drone starts feeding into this effect chain so that as you rev the drone, you can hear an echo modeling an imaginary pilot always standing a medium distance away. It makes sense and sounds pretty cool, but the imaginary pilot is not a drone. It can't levitate. Camera height is an RTPC that tracks the drone's height, controlling the volume of the pilot delay and the volume of the trees in the outdoor ambience. Near the ground, the trees and pilot feel close, but as you ascend, the echo fades and the trees transition into a heady wind. With the motors, space, and Sweeteners all working together, here's what it sounds like.